Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over the Deauther 2.0 web interface. If you haven't checked out my previous videos on Deauther 2.0, which went over setting it up, using the serial interface, and using scripting, be sure to take a look at those too. So, let's get started. The serial interface is the lowest level of communicating with Deauther 2.0, but if you're on the go and don't want to bother with serial commands, you can also use the web interface. The web interface is still being worked on as I upload this, but it's an easier way to interface with the board than using serial. A few tips and tricks for using the web interface. Use incognito mode. Spacehand's still not really sure why this is, but it runs better in incognito than it does in regular. If it's not working, hit refresh. Because of the way the code was reworked, you have to hit the reload button pretty often in order to refresh the results. So, let's load up the web interface. Plug in your Deauther and open up the Wi-Fi settings on your device. You should see an access point named pwned. The password is Deauther. Now that we're on the access point, it's time to connect to the web server. The web server is at 192.168.4.1, or deauth.me. Doesn't always work though. Now you should be greeted by the web interface. What's cool about the web interface is that you can use it while on a mobile phone, so that you can deauth on the go. However, there are some features lacking. Scanning for client devices while hosting the network for accessing the web interface is not possible, for example. That is also why the packet monitor and deauth detector are only implemented in the display UI. Now, let's get started using the Deauther from the web interface. On the home page, or the scan page, hit Scan for Access Points. This lets us scan for access points, or the places where Wi-Fi stations connect to. Stations are ordinary devices, like phones and computers. In this case, we're scanning for access points in order to deauth all devices connected to that access point. Now that the scan is finished, select the access point you want to deauth. Remember that you should only do this to networks you own, and not to public access points. Click on Attacks, then click Deauth. The attack should start, and you should see the devices on your network become disconnected from your Wi-Fi. A lot of people are asking about the beacon and probe attacks, so I figured I'd explain those as well. All three attack types can be used from the serial interface, but the web interface is accessible to more people. Beacon frames broadcast information about a network, such as the SSID, in order to announce their existence. What the beacon attack does is spam these beacon frames, in order to flood the Wi-Fi devices list with phony access points, confusing devices. This kind of attack can sometimes break Wi-Fi scanners or interface drivers, and it's particularly fun if you modify the SSID list. Spaceland has a few fun ones in there, but they had some fun at C3 by changing them to the lyrics for a certain song. Now, the probe attack is a bit different. Normally, your phone or any other Wi-Fi connected device sends probe requests, which are requests for known networks to respond. What a probe attack does is send out phony probe requests, acting like a device searching for a bunch of networks. Devices like the Pineapple, which are designed to capture these requests for malicious reasons in order to perform man-in-the-middle attacks, are very confused, and the Wi-Fi devices list quickly fills up. It will also screw with Wi-Fi scanners, like in malls, that are used to track users' buying and walking habits. It fills them up with fake requests for varying networks, and confuses anybody watching the traffic. Well, that concludes this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I have another video on Deauther 2.0 in the works, along with a bunch of other projects.